a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Mixon again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action. Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Burrow going for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow flushed out right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
They go play action with Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mixon trying to punch it in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time on 4th and 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They fake the give. Now Rodgers Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25.
Prime time,
Touchdown, Vikings. DK Metcalf, 69 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Day is on for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, it's Nwangu. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Burrow will throw. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, got it to 39.
that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangwu. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9. Rodgers now to throw. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangwu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive, first and 10. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Darian Conley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
67 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's got some space here. for Cincinnati. They've had a tough time tracking him down all night, and that might have been the best chapter in the Super Bowl book so far.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I just saw the engraver walk by with the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Maybe it's in order for him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers drops this off with Nwangu. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On the give is Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Rodgers. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rodgers' throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another run now for Nwangwu.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Mixon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title.